requirements to hit your next level are halved. In addition to randomizing what's in the shops, we're going to randomize those prices, and here we go. Let's see what we're going to do here. So these 3 chests, the first one is gold, second one is also gold, third one here is going to also be gold. All right. In addition, you'll notice no keys, but he still opened that door. That's another flag in this first week, is going to be no keys needed to use the door command. And as we can see, our runners are going into the treasury directly, see what else they can find. Hey, silver harp right there in town. That's already off to a good start.
Alright, hello everybody. Sorry, I had to make sure everything was set up.
Alright. And here we go. Looks like Ryguy has found a wizard and has taken it down successfully. And Will Wagner has actually started off a gold grind. Now, this is an interesting little bug that was in the classic Dragon Warrior. Basically, Dragon Warrior can only remember up to 8 chests. After that, it starts to forget that you've actually opened a chest until you go out into the overworld. So what he's doing is using this to basically get a whole pile of gold. Looks like Fryteeth has gone into the back door of Tantagel, into the basement. I'm not familiar with which dungeon that is since he's bonking his way through it, but a Wolf Lord sent him back to the king.
But yeah, we've got about 20,000 gold at this point. Ryguy getting level 2, it looks like.
That's a lot of power for level 2.
Alright. Also, yeah, that was...
Looks like Will opted for a reset rather than take the death. Perfectly understandable given the amount of gold he's got on.
Yeah.
Same thing with Velu V, ran into the Axe Knight, or as we affectionately refer to it in the community, the AK-47, due to how hard it hits. But these are some very unfortunate stat rolls for level 1. 5 strength, 13 hit points, oh my. Looks like our players right now just trying to find some area around him, do some scouting, see if they can find maybe a town where they can get some gear with all of this lovely gold they've managed to grind out.
Oh man, so much swamp.
There. Yeah, that swamp is not going to help them in their quest to try and find something around him. Looks like level 2 evened out the strength, but even so, only 17 hit points at level 2. This is going to be brutal. Oh, we found Charlock, Fryteeth.
Oh, that's good.
Always useful knowledge to have, although it would be approached from a different direction than he came in. You at least know it's very close to Tentacle Cap.
So many encounters, goodness.
Level 3, lot of agility, no hit points. Oh man, Empty Eye would have loved that.
Level 2 is an Empty Eye too. Agility had 0.
Fryteeth dying to the poisonous vapors of the swamps. Metal Slime running into Ryguy and sending him back home. Looks like he's pretty much given up on trying to keep his gold and is just going to try and grind some level. But only 23 hit points at level 4. My, these runners are certainly in for a time here. Looks like Fryteeth is going to go back into the basement. So is Ryguy. And And the Stone Man is gonna deny any kind of identification of what that is. Well, we know it's not Tablet Cave.
Oh my, yeah. So,
Is that Swamp North?
I'm honestly not that familiar with the caves, what they're called. Grave, apparently.
Grave. Yeah, the grave. I personally would not be bonking my way through the grave. Ooh! There's the red dragon, one of the nastiest
Fun
enemies
police.
in the game. Yes, we do call it the fun police, because when they pull you over, the fun is done. Fryteeth running into a Wraith or Wraith Knight, I didn't see which one it was, also sending him back home.
I don't think it's gonna be.
Start.
I don't think it's gonna be possible to make it to a town without death here at this point.
This is definitely a very brutal start for all 4 of our runners right now.
Oh, man.
Another flag that I forgot to mention earlier during the introduction was that there will be short Sharlock. Instead of forcing you to slog through all 7 levels, the entrance will just drop you off right on Sharlock's front door, on the Dragon Lord's doorstep.
Yeah, where? Oh my. So much swamp
on
to
one
get
side,
anywhere.
nothing on the other. This is a very unfortunate seed. Oh, 9 power, but 8 hit points, no agility, no magic. Veluvi trying to brave the swamp, but just not being able to make it with his current hit point total. Oh, the swamps are almost as deadly as the creatures are in the right around here. Right now, Raigai is in the lead as far as an experience points goes. He's all the way up to 68 84 XP. But again, early days, that could change in a moment. Fryteeth just now picking up level 5. No, excuse me, that was level 4, my apologies. To answer the question in chat, no, this is not Chaos. We are still on the easy standard, which is no keys, randomized item prices. So when they do find a shop, you could end up with a silver shield for 2 gold, or you could end up with a cypress stick for 14,000. In addition, there is short Sharlock, so that you're dropped off right on the Dragon Lord's doorstep. Scaredy Slimes, so the metal slimes will always have a chance of running away regardless of your defense. And of course, repels will work in cave. Furthermore, if they can find a location for it, torches and fairy water are used as an item in a fight to do damage. The torch, I believe, only does around 7 to 9 damage, but the fairy water does the same damage a hurt spell does, and is not resisted by anything except metal slimes, for whom it is still a coin flip, 0 or 1 damage. And yeah, we've seen some really nasty abilities in this particular seed. You've got Warlocks with Hurt More, and Demon Knights with the Dragon Lord's 2 Breath.
Yep. I do have to wonder where stuff is, though.
Well, we will see. If no, oh, looks like that first spell was Sleep, which isn't going to help them get through these nasty swamps. but it looks like Freyteeth has managed to get through, find a town. We have Remuldar. Not as critical with the fact that you don't need keys anymore, but still absolutely critical, not just because you've got this chest that he is immediately going to, but also, Fighter's Ring. Hey, that's another 2 attack points right there, at least in the randomizer. But he's also got that shop, which he's probably going to check out. Probably won't be able to afford much, but who knows with randomized shop prices. And
the real
running
final
into
bosses, the people who get in your way.
Yes, the true boss of any Dragon Quest series game is the NPCs in your
Alright,
way.
we've got magic armor and large shield.
I don't think anyone is gonna buy that broadsword though, but yes, we do have magic armor for a very reasonable price. That is going to substantially help Freyteeth survive some of these enemies. Oh, and a cave nearby as well.
Doesn't it also help with the swamp tiles? Or is that just Erdrick's armor?
That is only going to be Erdrick's armor, but it does heal you 1 hit point per 4 steps. Ooh, Will Wagner running into the fun police, getting pulled over and sent back home. Ooh, Ryguy, same problem. Ryguy finding Hawksness very briefly. Freyteeth going back into the treasury. Getting body blocked again by the NPCs. Oh, hey, we have the staff cave. That's a very important thing, because he already got the harp in the Tantagel Castle. So he can go ahead and get that turned in. Mark that off his list. Each of the runners to get into Charlock will need the Stones of Sunlight, the Staff of Rain that he just picked up, and Erdrick's token, and turn all of those in to the Jerk to get the Rainbow Drop to enter Charlock Castle. So that's going to be the laundry list of chores that our runners will need to do to beat the game.
Alright, we got a bit of a merry-go-round here in the commentator's booth, so if you wouldn't mind giving me a little bit of a recap so I can see what we are stepping into here.
Hey, Fury SK, welcome to the commentating. The Silver Harp was in the Tantagel Castle Armory, so with this seed picked right up. Fireteeth has a commanding lead in exploration, has just found Cantlin. He had also previously found Rimildar, where he picked up magic armor for less than $1,000. 11 gold to be exact. There we are. Silver Shield is only 980 here. But this has been a very brutal start. There were swamps all over the place. Deaths all around. The fun police is out in force this evening, as is other rather unpleasant encounters.
Yeah, it does look like we have a lot of pretty good items, though, in the shops here. I saw a flame sword for less than $1,000 as well. I think it was like $689, and then Silver Shield's also available for a little bit less than its vanilla price, too. So, lots of stuff they can invest in if they've got a gold grind or at least a couple good gold chests.
Oh, they absolutely have a gold grind here in Tantagel right there. In fact, a couple of our runners attempted at first to do a gold grind right out of the gate. Unfortunately, there were just so many deaths, it kind of wiped that out. Velu V just... Ryguy finding Rimildar now. Oh, Velu V finding the fun police again. And Will Wagner being returned to sender by a skeleton.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a fun seat here with the HP being so low, a lot of different directions with some swamp to walk through, and then the occasional fun police and or just naughty spell selection.
Yeah, it's been a very brutal start. It wasn't until level 6 that you had more than 23 hit points. Looks like Fried Teeth picking up some extra gold and herbs.
Yeah, he's probably just a hero run away from a flame sword at minimum, and once his attack power gets to a stable point, even with the low hit points, I think he can kind of catch up to Ryguy and the rest of the players in this that have level 6 obtained already.
And the fact that Fried Teeth has the staff switched over. He found Staff Cave. The rest have not found that yet. So that's a little bit of a exploration advantage, but not much of one. It's pretty close to Remildar's. Ah, see? Ryguy just found it. So yeah, the opening of this seed has been pretty brutal, but once they start getting some stuff under them, if they can get out to Cantlin, get that flame sword to get some attack power going, a lot of options will start opening up. They do have that sleep spell. If they find something vulnerable to it, that can get them the ability to tackle some enemies they otherwise would not. Looks like Will Wagner's trying to go back down into Garanem's grave in the basement of Tantic. I'm always really impressed by these runners' abilities to just bonk their way through a dungeon. They just know it so well. They can just bonk their way through. Well, as my name implies, Sneaky the Lost, I would not be able to do that successfully.
A bit of a big development here, though. Fry Teeth has made it back to Cantlin, so he's got his Silver Shield and his Flame.
That puts Fry in a really enviable position. He's got the best gear money can buy, which puts him in a very comfortable position to start taking on things. He's also picking up some herbs, and let's see if he picks up a torch.
Yeah, with all those upgrades, he effectively goes from what others were kind of forced to kind of pick at, which is skeletons and below, probably all the way up through about
level 7. Level 7 is where Heal More is. That is an amazing spell. That will really help our runners here when they hit level 7. That's just so good for sustain. Okay, coordinates are not available. There are no coordinates. There will still be the search tile in Coal and the one in Hawks that is under the trap tile there. So still a few items out there, and of course, none of the players have really gotten very far into Grave, which has several chests, and most of the other caves I don't believe have been discovered yet either.
Looks like Will Wagner has a ton of gold on him. Has he not made it all the way out to see the prices of the Silver Shield and Flame Sword?
Not yet, but it looks like he's about to. Oh! It's like 2 tiles above his vision range right now. He may miss it because he went south. He missed Remuldar. Backtrack to it. I think he just saw it as he went in that, Yep, there it is. Almost missed it. Rye Guy finding another town. And it is Garen. And looks like Wagner picks up the large shield. And a copper sword. Better than nothing by all means. And the magic armor. Ooh, Velu V, on the other hand, getting sent back home from a star wyvern, or as we sometimes refer to them around here, the jerk bird. Looks like Silver Shield is also found in Garen, so that will be Rye Guy's ability to pick that up. No? Or does he already have that?
I couldn't see what his gold amount was when he entered, but I think he does have at least a shield on it. Whether it was large shield or otherwise, yes, it was large shield.
Gold, and dragon scale in Garen's chest. Yeah, some of these monster abilities have also been pretty cruel. We've been seeing a lot of Hurtmoors and DL2. Will Wagner finding the staff cave. The token and the stones are still outstanding. Let's see what's in the back of Garen. That would be the jerk cave. We call him the jerk because if you don't show up with all 3 required items, he is very curt and kicks you out the door. Ryu Guy finding Cantlin. Fryteeth finding Garen. Will Wagner taking no chances with that skeleton, putting it to sleep.
I'll be interested to see which one of these runners decides to kind of grind out a level or 2. It's kind of something that you don't want to do too much of because that puts you behind in your exploration, but it really seems like we're suffering from low HP.
Yeah, those XP totals are pretty bad. However, well, let's see. Fryteeth has the best equipment that money can buy. Rye Guy is still missing a weapon, looks like. Will Wagner's got a copper sword. Looks like everyone's at least got magic armor.
Yeah, looks like we're going to upgrade from the bamboo pole to the flame sword on Rye Guy's side, so we're getting a little evened out, at least amongst the top 2 runners as far as offense goes.
I mean, for less than 700, I'd buy it. But just such a brutal seed so far.
I'm not sure if we've seen Tablet Cave yet, but we do have a runner in there, and it's just a torch, so not the best of caves.
Spend a torch to get a torch, but you do not want to get yourself lost in the dark in Tablet Cave because there are no enemies that spawn in there. And so if you get lost, you're just going to have to hit that reset button. So if you haven't saved recently, GG. Yeah, MTI would just be having a ball with these stat gains. Another level with 2 zeros. Werewolves only having the hurt spell. Ooh, Demon Knight with the Dragon Breath sending Veluvi back. So werewolves would actually be a decent enemy to grind on since they have hurt that is actually less dangerous than the werewolf's claws at this point. And of course, backing up myself and my fellow commentator here, Math Girl is running the restreams, and Cyber is, we've actually got 2 people doing the trackers. We've got Cyberdark and Kamiyan Renokai. So please, if you haven't yet, do give them a follow. They are also most excellent people. Magi Wyverns with the hurt more, so Jerkbirds are being extra jerky today. Ooh, I could go for some jerky.
I mean, I think that's in, what, Dragon Warrior Monsters, you can get some jerky.
Oh, Veluvi getting sent back home by the AK-47. Will Wagner running into the fun police and getting sent back home. Such a brutal seed. Fryteeth barely escaping from the AK with his life.
It's worth noting that level 9 finally gave us that HP boost we're looking for, so we're starting to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, but even still, with how low it was through 7 or 8 levels, it's going to take, what, a good 40 without a death necklace, and probably a little bit more than that with.
Unless we start seeing consistent double-digit HP games, I really don't see the Death Necklace being a viable strat unless it's a YOLO strat. For those new to the community, the Death Necklace actually has some interesting properties in the randomizer. It will reduce your maximum HP by 25%, but gives a plus 10 strength.
Yeah, I guess at this point it's pretty questionable as to which stat's actually going to get there first. Both HP and attack power currently are well below what we're looking for.
Yeah, of course, we still have yet to find the Stones of Sunlight or the token, so we still have a ways to go before we need to start worrying about being able to take down the Dragon Lord, but you definitely have a... Ah! Stones of Sunlight is in Garen's grave. It's just that nobody could get far enough in. And gold. And if you wonder why he would be tossing away the dragon scale, even though it gives him defense, you might be interested to note, little known fact, that if you equip it, it doesn't matter if you get rid of it or not, that is a permanent bonus to your defense. Oh, pardon me, that was Mountain Cave, not Garen's. My apologies.
Yeah, if you want Garen's, we do have quite the offensive upgrade at the very tail end of that said.
Ooh, Fryteeth finding the big stick.
Kind of hopeful that Valevi finds his way towards Cantlin or somewhere that houses at least a decent offensive upgrade. I don't know that he's been up that way yet, and he certainly is only going to have enough gold and the access to the Silver Shield in Garenham.
Looks like Ryguy is going to brave the grave. But this grave is pretty brutal. Stone men, AKs, fun police, demon knights with DL2 breath.
I do believe we are kind of running low on locations for the token to be in at this point. Are we down to just maybe a chest at the end of Mountain and then Coal and or Hawk's Nest?
I believe so. Yeah, last chest of Mountain was never discovered. Unfortunately, he got sent home before he could figure it out. But that's where the Stones of Sunlight are. And of course, we still have Coal left outstanding, Hawk's Nest left outstanding. I think one of the runners did find Hawk's Nest, poked his nose in, and noped right on out of there. Not that I blame him, because he was not geared at that time, much less leveled. And level 10 for Ryguy, 2 power, 5 speed, 0 HP! Magic points and a spell. Fryteeth finding a dead end.
Looks like Ryguy has just about made it to the sword at this point, so he's got a level to 2 level lead on most of his opponents and has a little bit of a knowledge advantage to go with that.
Yep, he's got the stones, and he knows where Hawksness is, which is one of the 2 remaining locations, potentially, for the token. So, he definitely has at least some advantage, but as with any of these RNG seeds, anything still goes. It could still be anyone's game. Yeah, Fried Teeth is just taking everything that comes his way to try and grind out some levels while he's doing some exploring, so he's pretty much neck and neck with Ryguy as far as experience goes. Star Wyvern with the DL2 breath. What a jerk bird. Yeah, always a good way to multitask if you can gain XP while you're exploring.
Yeah, unfortunately that Star Wyvern's probably 1 or 2 attacks too many at this point. I think 99 is usually about a 4 attack.
Yep, Ryguy taking the intentional death warp there off of that Stone Man. Fun fact, you can just use the Fighter's Ring as an item to adjust it and do absolutely nothing when you need to just not live. Bright Teeth finding an X Knight, taking it out. Ooh, Will Wagner finding a Blue Dragon. Oh, surprise attack from the Star Wyvern, sending Will Wagner back home. Almost 40 minutes into this seed. Definitely starting to get into the mid-game, but still a couple of tiles left to explore. And of course, there's the grind for when we get the stats, so buckle in, people. This could be faster, or this could take a little bit longer. Velu finding a metal slime, but that metal slime wanted no part of him and took off. Oof, Jerkbird do what Jerkbird do. Ryguy actually taking on this armored knight. Can he do it? No, he decided discretion being the better part of valor there. Bright Teeth has actually gotten the XP lead now.
Yep, it looks like he's got most of his support spells at this point. But still no hurt more.
No hurt more, and of course the MP starting to get where we'd like, but could always use some more.
It's certainly at the point where you can kind of take on just about anything that can be damaged effectively in any one of those grind spots and or search spots, so looking kind of close to that point where we can start to look at Hawk's Nest, and I think we are going to see at least one of our runners try and take it on.
And it is the Axe Knight. That's actually a really interesting thing. That's a really good grind enemy to be able to get a bunch of experience. And there's the token! And Ryguy, I believe, does know where Jerk Cave is.
Yeah, I'm almost positive he's been in Garanham, so he is...
Axe Knight with
Effectively.
Baby Breath and Sleep. Maybe less of a grind potential than I originally thought.
Yeah, we're looking at pretty interesting odds for the Erdrick's armor at this point, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, if you had Hurt more that can one-shot kill off the Axe Knight, it wouldn't be so bad, but right now, oof. Ryguy getting level 11.
Yeah, he is at least going to get his stop spell now.
Sword was at the bottom of the Garanham's grave. And to clarify a point, people in chat talking about a Charmor seed, they're talking about getting into Charlock before you get hurt more. What even does the vanilla sprite in this game look like? You know, that's a good question. I can't remember. It's been too long. Oh, Charmor is, correction, is Charlock Edric's armor. So the Edric's armor being found in Charlock, which it almost certainly will be since they haven't found it yet, and unless it is in Col- Ah, yes, and nobody got to that last chest in the mountain cave either. The fun police disrupted the run. So those are two places it could be outside of Charlock. There's some hit points finally for Fry Teeth at level 12.
It looked like we got empty-eyed on the strength there.
Yeah, we got empty-eyed on the strength, but now we've actually got some hit point totals. Could certainly use a little bit more defense, but, you know, agility is just a number.
Yeah, at 83 defense, that's... I would take empty eye the rest of the way if you gave me enough strength from this point forward. I would live with that number.
That's only 8 heal mores. That'd be kind of pushing it, but yeah, maybe. I mean, since you got short Charlock, you don't have to grind through 7 levels, so you could potentially save all of your MP to the last fight. Oh, and Fry Teeth gonna go check out that last chest in Mountain.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting if it's the armor.
No, it is in fact fairy water. So coal is still an option for it. Other than that, we may end up playing a different version of Pyramid tonight.
I think we also have the Stones of Sunlight free stuff cave, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh, you're right. I don't think we've actually found that yet. Rye Guy the first to the rainbow drop. Looks like he's gonna poke his head into Charlock, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty smart move on his part, but we do have coal suddenly, so hold on a sec.
There is nothing to take on... Oh, there it is, the fairy flute. The fairy flute is in coal, which means either the freebie chest, the freebie cave, or we're gonna play some pyramid. So place your bets. Where is the armor? We've got some interesting responses. The $250 chest, the judges table, which is going to be down that staircase that got included just for this short Sherlock C that takes you right to the vanilla spot for the Erdrick sword. The top, the hypotenuse stone, 50. So we've got a very good spread here with our community.
Top of the pyramid, come on.
Ooh. Going to try and take on this armored knight. Fighting for that chest.
Every time I'm in there and I get a spawn one of those chests, it just reminds me of those like monsters in a box that you find in the RPGs where suddenly something pops up and tries to get you.
Ah, yeah, like the mimics in the canna boxes. Oh, he actually took down the AK. Good job, Rye Guy. And for some gold. There's the armor. Charmor confirmed.
But nobody guessed 200, so we'll have to try again next time, I suppose.
So now Rye Guy has all of the equipment necessary to take out the Dragon Lord. He's got the hit points and the defense. MP is a little iffy, but, you know, I'd almost be willing to risk that. The only problem is the attack power, which is just not where it needs to be. And while the hit points are good, they're not good enough for Death Necklace strats just yet. He's going to need at least 1 or 2 more levels. Fortunately, level 13 isn't too far away. Yeah, level 13 is only 2750 experience on very fast mode. There it is. 14. Ah. Yeah, that didn't help him out much. Now, an interesting point was brought up in chat. Fairy water is guaranteed to do hurt damage to the Dragon Lord. You stock up on it and you can make up for some weaker strength, but right now, you're basically doing chip damage to him. Ooh, Velu V getting sent back home by the fun police. Will Wagner exploring a cave? Right now, this does appear to be Rye Guy's run to win at this point. Assuming nothing untoward happens. Yeah, Velu is just having abysmal luck this run with just running into ambushes. Same thing with Will Wagner, really.
Yep, the one thing that's still in play here is we do not have quite the attack power and or maybe a little bit of MP required to finish the seed off, so until that point it's still down to whoever finds the most effective grind spot, in my opinion. And you know, I think Will or Velu could actually still come back, and even if they don't get all the way back to one of the lead runners here, they may be able to achieve some point total, like a 3-point total.
Oh, absolutely. And that also brings up an interesting point. Just because you win first place doesn't necessarily mean as much as you might think. First place winner does get 5 points to go on, but second place gets 3 points, third place gets 2 points, and fourth place gets 1 point. So even if you come in second or third in one race, that doesn't necessarily mean you're out of the running. Velu V diving the grave. Blue Dragon on the spike tile. Wait, no. Was that the spike tile? No, it was just in front of it. So let's see what's on that spike tile. An Axe Knight with sleep and that baby breath. Next victim, Fry Teeth and Will Wagner, both in Hawksness at this point. Yeah, Axe Knights with sleep. I've never heard of that before.
So I guess the question is, I didn't see where Hawksness was in comparison to some of the other towns in the game were. Is it close enough that that's an effective grind spot, or are we looking at Charlock as the best bet so far?
I'm thinking Charlock. Charlock is very close to the castle, so even if you do die, getting back is really fast, as Ryguy has been showing off. He's almost back to the grind tile after dying, so that's a really short walk to Charlock. Plus, if you get your level and get the stats and still have enough MP, you can just walk right on over. And Ryguy is going to start grinding on this Axe Knight. Shouldn't take him very long at this rate to start getting some extra levels. He's looking mostly for attack at this point, or enough hit points to safely use that death necklace. One or the other. Ooh, Will Wagner going home because of a Dragon Lord 2 breath Death Knight. Demon Knight, excuse me.
I think we are at 128, which goes down to 96 health. So I think really he's okay on the health part. I think it's strictly just get me that attack power.
Well, it's 5,000, so this will do him for level 15 once he's done. And let's see what these stats are. Courage would have served thee well. Power by 7. Response 9. HP 7. That brings his max HP to 135 and his attack power to 116. Looks like he's going to continue grinding it out.
Yeah, I certainly think grinding is the ideal strategy here, given his MP totals and his current location. Work your way most of the way to level 16, which is probably only going to be about 800 away by the time you're done with this grind and out of MP.
Yeah, it's only 6,500 for level 16, so definitely within reach. Just for safety's sake. I mean, it's not like he's going to be going up to the Dragon Lord with 13 MP left, so you might as well finish grinding out here before you go. Oh, hey, we found Breckenary.
It'll be interesting to see if he can get down there with most of his MP intact and get level 16 in the process, because I think we are within that kind of small window where you can grind down and potentially win if you get enough strength on this next level.
Fry Guy heading back home since it's so close. Yeah, he's really wanting some more attack power in addition to some more MP. Having more heal mores in your back pocket is never a bad thing. Yeah, he's at 11 heal mores. That's actually pretty decent, especially because it's short Sherlock, but an attack power of 116, for those of you who may not know, the way you calculate your damage to the second phase of the Dragon Lord is you take the AP, you subtract 100, divide by 2, that's your biggest hit possible, divide by 2 again, that's your low hit. So with a 116, that's 8 to 4 damage a hit. That's really not where you want to be. No, that is not with DN. DN would give him a plus 10, so that'd be an extra 5 damage on the high and extra 2 damage on the low. Fry Teeth running into a jerk bird.
Fryteeth is kind of struggling to finish off the quest items and get the last couple checks outside of Sherlock done. And it's kind of affording the time to Will Wagner and Valevi to catch up level-wise. Ryguy's kind of got the lead by the same amount XP-wise over those two runners, and he's also widened the gap between himself and Fryteeth.
Yeah, the second place on this seed could very well come down to the wire. Right now, Ryguy pretty much has this mostly in the bag, barring extreme unfortunate circumstances in his part. Okay, Brian Williams, I am not going to repeat that comment for fear of commentator's curse. "16 is coming up after this Axe Knight, and we have Thou Hast Done Well. Courage and wit have served thee well. Power by 30! And MP by 20. Yeah, that'll do it.
He's actually, I think, just gonna go walk over at this point, even though he has no magic. He's got such a huge boost in attack power suddenly.
With an attack power of 146, he is looking at 23 for the high and 11 for the low hit. However, I think he is gonna go heal up before going back.
Yeah, suddenly decided, wait a minute, let's just go heal up and do it the right way. Thought about
Yeah.
it though. He was walking that way.
He was thinking about it.
And we went from what, 11 heal mores, we got +2 on that now. So yeah, just suddenly free everything.
Boy did some lifting. Meanwhile, Fryteeth just entering Charlock. And with a defense of 95, he could actually end up hitting the Dragon Lord harder than the Dragon Lord hits him. Fryteeth with Erdrick's armor. And of course, thou art a fool. Oh, first phase did get off hurt more, but that's okay. Now let's do this. 12. 15. That's a total of 27, and a heal more. 17. Big hits. There's a 21. $17. 16. Yeah, he hasn't rolled too many maxes yet, but with this ratio, I mean, does it matter? Looks like Will Wagner may be checking out that Spike Tile and Swamp Cave since he's cast a Radiant in there.
Here comes the death blow, I'm pretty sure, for Rye
Yep,
though.
there we go. Get out your GGs. Rolling into first place, Ryguy 3745. And it looks like the Stone Man is a Spike Tile and Swamp Cave.
And while we wait to see if Ryguy pokes his head in, it's still a race for second. I do think that we have Fryteeth with a leg up over the other two remaining combatants, but we are, I believe, to the point where, no, actually, never mind, we're still looking for Stones of Sunlight on Will Wagner's side, so yeah,
And
a little bit of...
Yeah, Velu V's still looking for the token as well. Apologies, Ryguy 3745. IR talk good. Bright Teeth is just going to go ahead and take out this last X-Knight and probably Death Ward back since the castle is so close to his grain. No, he's going to try and walk it back. Oh, the Golem stops that plan. Meanwhile, Will Wagner grinding on this stone man.
And I think I heard the sound, which means we have Ryguy in with us. GG, sir. Yep, when Discord is more fun than a jerkbird. Hopefully we'll get him in here shortly, but we still have about a 1500 XP lead for Fry Teeth over Will and almost a 2000 XP lead over Baylevi at this point.
Oh hey, look, I think that worked.
Hey, how's it going? Ryguy, GG on your victory. So, how was that opening to this seed?
I mean, it seemed fine. I didn't mind the 14 power on, what, level 2 or something? There were red slimes around, that was enough. Little death. I love picking up 5 treasure chests of gold, though, and finding no towns for anywhere.
Yeah, those swamps were deadlier than the enemies in the area, almost.
Yeah, I think I got, I don't know, I got lucky, but I know if you walk very far north of the castle, you ended up with demon knights and a lot of other unfun things, so at least I found that little area with the slimes.
Yeah, demon knights with DL2 breath.
It's almost an insult at that point. Like, I'm level 2, you don't need the DL2 breath. Just kill me the regular way.
And then, of course, the jerk birds.
Man, I'm really glad I only had to go up to Hawksness that, well, one time to get the token. Like, that was a death desert up. I think I got really lucky, too, that all the things I needed were in Charlock, so I didn't have to bother with coal. I still don't know where that was. Was that up there somewhere?
I'll be honest, I didn't see where Baylevi ran into coal, but it was quite a ways out somewhere because I don't know that everybody else found coal.
Yeah, I think only one of the runners found him. There was nothing in the search tile, so, you know, not particularly important. It was north and east of Hawksness.
Yeah, it looks like Fry Teeth also found it since he has the fairy flute lit up on the tracker, so 2 of the 4.
Yeah, I was sort of worried I died before that last chest in Mountain Cave, which was forever away, and I had no idea where Cole was, so if the armor and death necklace weren't in Charlock, I was doing some wandering, but I got pretty lucky to find them both right next to each other.
So, how about those stat gains?
Man, I bet someone could keep track of how much MP, or someone did keep track of how much MP I used, but I was super tempted to try that with 55 MP when I got that 30 power. Like, that was almost enough, but I decided it would be faster to walk out and refill and go back in than die, but I was really tempted.
Yeah, but I mean, how many of those levels had 0 HP?
I mean, honestly, I was pretty happy with the agility. Once we got a ton of agility on, what was it, like 3 and 4, then I felt okay about going out and exploring, because we at least run from stuff, even if we didn't have the HP or strength to fight things.
Yeah, I think you actually had the least number of deaths of any of the 4 runners, and even you had like 10 deaths.
Yeah, I just, and they weren't too bad either. There was just that one, like I said, the bottom of a mountain cave was very, very deadly, and I had a lot of encounters there, but I stole the stones out of there, and I guess whatever's in the last chest wasn't necessary, so at least I didn't take any bad deaths, like right in front of some sort of key item.
Yeah, I think it was a fairy water at the very end of the trail, so it was potentially a thing when Fryteeth got there first. We thought maybe that was his one way to kind of catch up to you and get back in it after having an early lead with the flame sword. But once we saw fairy water there and we saw you kind of making your way towards Sharlock, with, I want to say, just a couple hundred XP lead at that point, you suddenly just turned it on and got ahead of him.
Ooh, update, Will Wagner just got the Stones of Sunlight. I don't know if he knows where Jerk Cave is, though. Oh, wait, no, he does, because that's just in the back of Garen. Velu V still looking around for the token, unfortunately. Fryteeth now up against the Dragon Lord and has been declared a fool. This should not take much longer for Fry. Ambush Breath, but with these stats, I think he can handle it.
Yeah, you're gonna get your handful of ambush breaths across all your randomizer runs. So if you're gonna have a run that has it, it might as well be this one where there's almost no chance you lose outside of a misclick. And to be fair, even in this case, if he misclicks, he's still got at least a 2-level lead, and 16 is essentially required to finish this seed off. There really is no reasonable chance, I would say, on 15.
The only way you might be able to pull it off on 15 would be some really janky Death Necklace strats, but that would be really, really risky. And unless you back it up with like some fairy water or something, I don't see that. And break out your GGs. Fryteeth has defeated the Dragon Lord and is taking his way back. Meanwhile, Velu V making his way into Hawksness, which is where the token is, the last item he needs.
Yeah, this fight for third place at that point that's at stake is actually still reasonably close. I mean, there is a bit of an XP lead and a bit of a lead in terms of progression items, but all it takes is a bit of an efficient grind versus a random unlucky death of some sort. You even that out pretty quick.
Oh yeah, still anyone's third place. There's exactly 10 minutes between first and second place, though. Velu V picking up his token. And of course, this isn't going to be the last match of the evening. Coming up after this match at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time is going to be the next matchup of Week 1 of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament. Will Wagner rounding the corner to go ahead and turn everything in for the Rainbow Drop.
While we're waiting on Fryteeth, I guess I'll ask the question now of Ryguy. What do you think about next week's flags? And with this victory in place, are you feeling kind of comfortable with your chances of getting through the next couple of weeks with a sustainable point total?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, Chaos, who knows what's going to happen in Chaos? You could get a 20-minute seed, you could get a 3-hour seed, even on Easy Chaos. Did you guys see Cyberdark posted their Dragon Lord 1 and Dragon Lord 2 stats from a practice race they did the other day? Like, it was just brutal. So you never really get it from Chaos, and I don't know much about Cursed Princess or Three's company other than just some little messing around with it. So those are going to be interesting weeks, probably for a lot of people, but especially for me. We'll see.
Yeah, I think the first phase of the Dragon Lord hit him for something like 86 damage.
Oh no, if only he were called Cyberdark 8 instead of 86, he would have only gotten hit for 8. Ah, that's unfortunate.
But yeah, in Chaos, all things are possible.
I don't know, Angel. I feel like 86 and 3,745 are pretty much equivalent at that point, right? I'm not lasting long either way.
I mean, a death is a death, be it by 1 hit point or 1,000.
Alright, looks like we got Fryteeth ready in the booth now. Congratulations on your finish, sir. Or maybe Discord is at 2 and our runners
It's
are
not my
at 0.
fault, it's Discard's fault.
Everyone thinks DL2 is the real raid boss, or DL1 I guess next week, but nope, it's Discord.
I don't know, Angel. Healy's basically a cat, right? He doesn't do what you tell him to do. Completely refuses to follow orders. That sounds pretty much like a cat.
Yeah, Discord being Discord again.
Looks like Will's making his way down, and he's going to find out in, well, just a little bit more XP how much level 16 is going to provide, and I think it's going to be a quick turnabout and get back to a town and try.
Velu V now turning in everything for his Rainbow Drop. Will Wagner getting level 16? It won't be long now.
Do you guys know if Will has fairy water? Is there a chance we get a fairy water kill here? I know I didn't count. I should have counted. I don't think Fried Teeth got the fairy water kill. Can Will do it? Can Will throw a torch?
He has torch in his inventory, so he theoretically could.
Oh, come on, Will. Torch, torch, torch.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, there you are. How's it going?
Good, just had to figure out how to use push to talk.
No, it's okay. We've decided it's Discord's fault. It's not your fault. It's fine.
Ooh, Will Wagner deciding to put on the death necklace. So, Fry Teeth, initial views on this particular seed. That start was not a very friendly one for you. What?
No, I felt like I got off to a slow start, and then when I found Cantlin with all the items to buy, I said, boy, I'm probably way behind at this point.
The exact opposite, actually.
Yeah, at that point, you were the only one that had any equipment at all. You found the first town.
Wow.
I don't know about any equipment, but it was pretty limited equipment that everybody else had, so you were certainly the first to get into Cantlin, and then the first to get in with money.
Hey, now, first town? I found Hawksness like 10 minutes in. That must have been the first town, right?
Oh, well, okay, granted. Codicil accepted. Yeah, but I mean, between the fun police and the AKs, I mean, and the jerk birds, they were just out in force today, weren't they? Velu V picking up the armor. And let's see if Will is gonna go ahead and torch him. I mean, you know, he's only got a 14 to 28 on a physical hit. Nope, he just killed him off. Break out your GGs, Will Wagner rolling into third place here. So Fry, what do you think about that level 16 though?
That was a pleasant surprise, because at that point I was wondering how many more levels I was going to need.
And of course, next week is gonna be the Chaos Seeds. You excited, worried, ambivalent? You just don't care?
Not sure what to think. I've actually only played one of them, so we'll just see what happens.
Alright, just roll with the blows. Velu V finishing up his grind. Won't be but a couple of Axe Knights left. He should be able to get this down. And then he'll go for his attempt. Yep, this one will do it. And then he will get the pleasant surprise. Ooh, and an excellent move, too.
He's got, I think, 3 more.
Oh,
it's
right.
65.
65, not 6,000. My mistake. He's got a couple of more, but still.
And now 3 more. See, math is hard. I can't even do it.
Math, how does it even work, right?
Well, it's certainly
however-
questionable. Yeah, it's certainly questionable to do it in the booth.
However, that golem, that is a not nice thing to run into there. And this one is gonna do it. Oh, hey! Excellent move! And then he gets the good news.
I feel like excellent moves are like inversely proportional to enemy HP, right? Like I feel like I always get excellent moves when the enemy has like 2 HP left.
Well, with the
That's
exception of the metal slimes, who only have 3 HP.
Well, that's not very much HP either, right?
I feel like somebody smacked the living daylights out of an Axe Knight on a Hawksness spike tile.
Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah, I walked up and smashed it, and I was like, ooh, this is a good grind. The next one put me to sleep and started DL breathing me, and I was like, oh, cool. Glad I got the thing from here.
Yeah, as difficult as these enemies were, none of them, I think, actually had the wombo combo.
Yeah, there's a bunch of DL breath at the beginning, DL2 breath at the beginning, like, what, Demon Knights, and some other little, like, Druid Lord or something like that had it. But nothing that would worry you at the end of the game, so... Even the Axe Knight, if he put you to sleep, it was just an annoyance while you waited to smash.
Yeah, and then, of course, there were the Star Wyverns, the Jerkbirds living up to their name.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole bunch of them. I guess that was lucky for me.
Yeah, Will Wagner kept getting ambushed by them, and so it was a back attack and then an immediate DL2 breath and just instantly goes back to the castle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think maybe I saw a few, but I don't think I saw DL2 breath from them ever.
Yeah, I think Ryguy had 10 deaths, Fryteeth had 15, Will Wagner had 26.
Ooh, jeez.
I felt like a lot of that was pretty early, though. I walked in, he had the death lead by quite a bit, so I think it was just running into a wall early a couple of times, and then he made it up late game by kind of getting back on track and getting all the items out of Canlin and finally pushing through.
Yeah, so that Garen's grave in the basement of Tantegel Castle.
Yeah, I mean, that was I liked at the end there when I had to double check to make sure it really was the sword because I had the glitch going, but I was really glad because I tried the grave at like level 1 or level 2 or something, and the knight, the red dragon, nope, leaving that behind. So I was glad I didn't miss anything up top, and then the sword made it worth it to go down. So that was nice. Especially because at that point I was still worried about like having to go back to mountain or having to find coal, wherever that was. That was one less thing to worry about being out there.
It's kind of amusing how at the end of all this, you almost didn't need it with the last level you got.
Yeah, actually, as it turned out, we could have had either the death necklace or the sword, but at the time I didn't know that, so I was kind of worried that I might need to go hunt down the death necklace, even though we didn't need it at the end.
Yeah, now the Dragon Lord is calling Veluvi a fool, but considering he's already been taken down 3 times, who's the real fool here?
Well, that's all right. In a couple of weeks, he's gonna realize that he shouldn't fight, and instead, we should hang some curtains over there and put a hot tub on the side and disco ball. I think is the other. He'll figure it out in a couple of weeks.
You'll have an opportunity to do that in a few weeks. Remember, I think it was week 4 that has Three's Company as a potential victory condition.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to want to fight us then. He'll have it figured out. He just needs a few weeks to figure out that he has no chance. Then he'll play nice.
Of course, before that, week 3 is going to be a potential cursed princess ending.
Ah, so we're bringing him a cursed princess. That's what the Dragon Lord wants, huh? All right.
Well, no. We just give the princess the girdle in exchange for her love, and game over because, well, she's dead, and I guess the king gets very upset with you about that, and you have to leave the kingdom real fast.
Yeah, but then the next week we take our cursed dead princess and haul her over the Dragon Lord. So, guess that's what he wants.
Hey, I'm not gonna kink shame. However, I do believe Veluvi is going to be wrapping up this fight here in another hit or two. There it is. Break out your GGs for Veluvi. Rounding out the tournament. And with only about a half an hour between first and last play and fourth place, it actually wasn't too bad a seat. However, if we're going to have a chance to get Velu in here, that might be nice, but we're going to have to wrap this up pretty soon because the next race does start in another 15 minutes. Excellent. I'm assuming Will Wagner decline the invitation? Hey, welcome to the commentator's booth for IT. Excuse me, I apologize, Velu V. How's it going? I think you're muted, Velu V.
See, now you're just asking Discord to give him trouble.
See, more proof it's Discord's fault and not our fault.
How about that? Okay. Can you hear me now?
Absolutely. So, thoughts on this seed?
That was, you ever see where, like, you have, like, the cat that runs up on the really slow treadmill, and he gets to the front of it and then flops down, and it rolls him back to the beginning, and he has to, like, get back onto it and walk back up to the end of it, and it rolls him back to the beginning again? That's kind of how I felt in this seed. I felt like there was a whole lot of going nowhere, looking for stuff.
Yeah, a lot of those enemies in the early game were pretty rough, especially with the starting HP totals.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I met the Fun Police and all of their friends, pretty early on. But all in all, had a good time. It's always fun getting on the Dragon Warrior randomizer. I'd been away from it for a while, so I'm still knocking a little rust off myself. But it was a good time, good race. Congratulations, everybody, for getting through it.
Says it's a good time now, but what about that week 2 flag set? Looking forward to it? It's a bit of a chaotic scene.
I am kind of looking forward to the chaotic scene. I do Dragon Warrior 4 randomizer quite a bit, and that one runs much more like a chaos seed, where just kind of everything is bleh. So that flag set is definitely something that I'll like.
I mean, I don't know, like triple attacking Bakers are one thing, but DL1 hitting for, what was that, 86, and then deciding that DL2 is going to cast sleep on you all the time, like, that's a new brand of fun.
Yeah, that is true. But that's it's fun nonetheless.
Yeah, fun in the Dwarf Fortress sense of the word.
Exactly. So but anyhow, yeah, good race. Kind of a long one, and or at least long one for me. Looks like everybody else had a little bit better time of it. So yeah, thanks racers, thanks restreamers and commentators and everybody putting this whole thing together. It's a fun thing, so appreciate all of y'all. And yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. I got to get some practice in over the next few days for that.
All right, yeah, I mean, even first place was at just over an hour, so a longer seed than we've been seeing recently, but yeah, sometimes that's how the RNG crumbles. But yeah, great race to everyone. I mean, everyone's just doing an amazing job, so there is no losers in this one.
Yeah, when I first popped in, it certainly looked more like a Rye Guy seed than a sub-hour seed, but it came around in the end, and we weren't going to 21 or 25 or whatever to go find the attack power and HP we need.
Wait, we're blaming these on me? I thought we were blaming these on Angel and Synth. What happened to that?
Well, Math Girl, the restreamer's the one who rolled it.
Thank you for the 30 points of strength at the very end there, Math Girl. I really needed that.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that obviously that's good, but it's always nice when you have just a surefire lock, no questions asked level to go on, and that was pretty definitive, so no real tough decision there.
Alright, Sneaky, it was enjoyable, man. You want to take us out of here?
All right. right, that will go ahead and conclude this race. Coming up next in just a few minutes is going to be the next race of the evening. Stick around for that one, everybody. Until then, this is Sneaky the Lost, with me as co-commentator Fury SK, Cyberdark86, and Kamiyan Renokai as the trackers, Math Girl on the restreams, and we're going to be signing off.